studied black-spotted stickleback in the Bell Lab. We were studying the reproductive behaviors of black-spotted sticklebacks, so I would do courtship and parenting trials. And in these courtship and parenting trials, I would have a male in a tank by himself, and for a courtship, we'd put a female in there for 15 minutes. And I would sit and I would watch what he was doing, and every time he would do like a specific behavior that we were like hoping to see, I would code it. Or some that we weren't hoping to see, but just put in there just in case. I would click a certain key on my computer, and that would tell the program that we were working with, JWatcher, that the male did that behavior. And then I would, for the parenting trial, either immediately after courtship, if the male had spawned and created embryos, then I would immediately take the female out, put her to the side in a cup of water, and just set her aside so I could watch his parenting and see how he took care of his new embryos. And I would code the certain behaviors that we were looking to see for 15 minutes and just watch him. I would start as soon as he goes back to the nest, I would start coding. And then once that wrapped up, I would get the female and I would reweigh her to make sure that she did actually drop eggs and that he did have something to fertilize. Yeah. And then I would put her back and I would go in and answer if there was a fertilization or not based on how the male behaved during the parenting trial and how much the female weighed afterwards. I also helped work on some other projects in the lab that weren't necessarily my mentor's projects. I helped with other graduate students' projects. I got to look at embryos underneath the microscope and stage them so I could say what point of development they were at. And most recently, I got to kind of figure out how to record things on a dissecting microscope, which our dissecting microscope is kind of old, so it was kind of just like setting my phone up so that it would be completely still, but also like see through the little lens. Yeah. And I recorded for movements, and now I'm going to take those videos that I took, and I'm going to basically sit and watch the individual embryos and like code how much they move in that 3-minute time period. My mentor is kind of shy like I am, so we kind of had to like troubleshoot being two shy individuals who were equally as nervous for this experience. Yeah. But I think once we got like past that initial point, he made me feel really comfortable, and everybody else in the lab made me feel really comfortable. I felt like it was a success, so much so that I felt like it was really hard to leave. I really just kind of wanted to like take every excuse to stay a little longer. I felt like I really fit in there, and that people were proud of my work and they were proud to have me around, which was a really nice feeling, and I really enjoyed what I was studying. Originally my plan was to maybe work as a park ranger or something where I could work with wildlife but not really do much research other than just like checking on the quality of the like national or state park that I was working at and checking on the quality of the animals' habitats and the animals themselves. Because research was really intimidating to me. I don't have a lot of family in STEM, so I didn't really know what that entailed. But now that I've actually been a part of research, I think I would really like to stick to the research side of things. I think it's really interesting, and I think it's a really unique way to make an impact. I would tell them to apply even if they think that they don't get it, and I would tell them to give it their all and act like they're really truly tried to get truly try to get into this program and like take it seriously, because even if you get rejected, that can kind of tell you how to do better later. The only reason I applied for this program is because I didn't know I was going to pay for my fall semester, and I got rejected from a scholarship that I really thought I was going to get, and so I was like, I have nothing left to lose. I'm just going to give it my all, and if I get it, great, and if I don't, I'll figure something else out. And I would really recommend, like, if you get rejected from this program or whatever, to really use that as kind of like a empowerment to be like, no holds barred, I'm just going to go for everything, and whatever I get is amazing.